Leave it on a shelf or keep it to myself, but nothing could conceal the way I feel my love. I give you my grand reveal. Do you feel the things I feel? I am definite and real. Welcome in, everybody. This is gonna be confusing for VOD people because they're not gonna have this song. Don't want to vault like Prince. That's true. I practice and I practice and I practice and I practice and I practice, and then I stare at it and I'm like, I hate this. Why did I make this? Why did I make this? Today, we are doing something special. We're doing a game called South Scrimshaw, which I really want to do like another karaoke and stuff. I gotta find fine. Okay, here, unemoed. I unemoed. Oh shoot, what was I saying? I was saying something probably. I don't know. Oh yeah, I want to do karaoke again, but I'm trying to find songs that like I groove to, and I gotta find enough songs. I don't know. I think I'm just too picky. No, not too picky. What's the too hesitant? You look like you're about to play back. No, go back. I like the emo. Okay. Emo gummy pillar. Yeah, you can see the words behind my antennae. I have a few ideas this week. Aside from doing Apothecary Watch Along, another Discord music vibe together would be cool too. I don't know if I'll do another Discord vibe together. That was like that as a one-off. And I think, so doing something like that could be fun again. I don't think I will do another one like that, but I did enjoy it. And I would like to do maybe like another meme night or something. I was watching Ludwig. I think that's his name. Yeah, I was watching Ludwig. Or was it Connor? No, it was Connor. Why does it keeps making me frown? Connor was playing, if I laugh, then I pay somebody $500. I'm like, okay. But I think, without the $500 part, I think that'd be fun. Tsukishi lives, it is I, and I'm alive. I had to look up a transition of trill in my language, and that's why it took longer to type that. Oh, trill. Oh, you can even trill. I was so nervous I was gonna mess up that song, actually. I was like, I'm probably gonna ruin the starting soon by singing, but you know what? It's starting soon. 500 dull hairs? Yeah, they weren't even sharp hair. They were dull hairs. The Suki return. Now eat the- No, we can't even not eat the Suki for like one day. What if the meme is a song? Hang on, I gotta like, it keeps making me frown. Why is it making me frown so much? I'm not frowning. Am I? Maybe I am frowning. No, I'm not frowning. I know I'm not. There we go. It's like, it was kept making me frown every time I talked. Like, I'm sorry, I got a big mouth. Happy birthday, Shogi! So, what is this game about? Okay, so, we have been wanting an educational segment, right? But educational segments don't want me. Because they say, Suki, you're not a teacher. Get the fuck out. So, I found a game that I was watching Manly Badass play, and I fell in love with this. I do know what happens in this. I'm so happy to show it off again and to play it myself. If you do !game, it'll actually give you a link to the art book of this game because the game itself is free. So if you want to play this game on your own, you are more than welcome to do so. It's available on Steam for free. The link just gives you the link over to their art book, so that way if you want to support the artist after seeing this, you absolutely can do so, or you can just click on the publisher because this is part 1. There are actually 2 parts, and part 2 is not out yet. They say, how dare you teach? Maybe we should give Suki Mario teaches typing for learning purposes. Man, I used to be so fast at typing. I've actually slowed down quite a bit. I used to be... Why do I always do this? I'm always like, oh yeah, I used to blank, I used to have, and then I never remember. But I'm still gonna start. Get the fuck out. Where have you been? Honestly, taking care of myself. A few things. One, taking care of myself, and two, I've had to step away from streaming for a little bit to take care of some financial stuff that was going on. I got all that taken care of. I'm doing much better physically and mentally and wiggly. And I'm in a much better living situation too. So streaming is a lot easier here than it was in the previous place I was living in. The void. Wait, the void? No, oh, it does do the void. You're in there. I gotta wait. Hang on. I keep hiding this to see my chat, but let me move. Well, it's not gonna be there for the whole time. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. I mean, I have somebody coming tomorrow to take a look at. Okay, well, okay. So I live in an apartment. I have lived in apartments, and I've moved a lot in apartments. And I'm not new to mold. I'm not. I'm very allergic to it, but I'm not new to it. So like, I know how to, you know, keep it aired out, keep it dry, all that stuff. So there's the hallway though, right outside my apartment door. And the moment you take a step out, you are hit in the face with like hot urine, like hot cat litter smell. And it's rancid. It is rancid and it is just stuffy. Ugh, it's horrible. So apparently, you know, property management is like, hey, we heard some complaints. Did you guys hear that alert? I don't think I did. Sarah, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Grubby Army. So they were like, yeah, we got some complaints about a bad smell in your apartment. And I was like, oh yeah, that's because of the giant strips of black mold. And they're like, oh, I'm actually really relieved to hear that because, you know, sometimes when people pass away and I'm like, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, yes, it is a big relief that somebody's not dead, but okay. No squeaks. Don't hear my squeaks. Yellow. Oh wait, that's from Nightbot. All right, without further ado, like the pin says, I have alerts, or I have redeems turned off, and that's because as we start doing this, there's like narration and stuff, and I don't want it distracting. I'm so wiggly. Oh yeah, but before I begin, one last thing. There's a couple of things that I have planned for this week. I want to do some SS13. That probably will be a stream, because I was thinking of what I could do, and either Shaft Miner or like Botany. I think both of those I could do well enough to where it's entertaining, and like, well, yeah, that's really it, because I don't play in a very entertaining way. I like to hide and clean. There could be blood and guts everywhere and plasma fire, and I will sit there and I'll just be like, there's blood on the floor, scrub, scrub, scrub. Oh, and then Star Warfare. Oh, and I reached out to a game developer yesterday because they had the game that looked so freaking cute. It's called Hanako's Flower Shop. That's another one that we'll be giving a shot. That one looks like we will probably play that game in Japanese. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'll be able to know everything that they're saying in Japanese, but I would like to give it a shot in Japanese. And it basically talks about the language of love. Or not the language of love, the language of flowers. Someone else was that was for real though. And like somebody 2 tiles away from me getting stabbed. Me? Can you not get your blood everywhere? That's gross. I do that all the time. I'm like, you guys can fight to the death. Just don't do it in the hallway. Do it somewhere where you're not gonna make it dirty. Or do it in one spot so I can clean it up easier. Baldur's Gate 3 stream went. Oh yeah. Okay. So I have played a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you for gifting that to me. That actually would be great. I gotta find people for that. My attention span with Baldur's Gate 3, I think, would do great for stream, because otherwise, how do I put it? It would be like asking a fly to stay still for its entire life. I get so wiggly. When am I not wiggly? Dig, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. All right, now without further ado, start. We're 700 hours and I haven't made it into Act 3. I will say, I did basically immediately tell every follower that was there that they can go eat an egg. Oh, cool. I can see my mouse on stream, but I can't see it in the game. So if I seem a little off, that's why. Stop wiggling. Never. Can't. No wiggle percent, 0. But I just got some shotgun shells today. Ooh, do you want some shooting? Multiple playthroughs or just a very long time in early access? Both. Oh, what is this? This? South Shaw. Wait, okay. It's a linear read, but there are informational tangents in a different color. Okay, so when those show up, I gotta click on them. Rudolph Pindersnap, legal counsel, Snoplope. This is a work of fiction. I will tell you, the fact that it tells you this is a work of fiction, I am so grateful they did that, because even knowing this is a work of fiction, I had to remind myself multiple times that this is a work of fiction. Watch this animation, I think. If I wouldn't be surprised, some of you guys probably have seen it. I have seen this. I just really loved it so much and I wanted to share it. Names, characters, businesses, places, events, and most of the science are either on the products of the author's imagination or fiction, or in a fictitious manner. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. Thank you. I'm not a good person to ask for this, because I'm always going to be like, okay, if you're not in a bad place, and you haven't drank a lot recently, and you are not an alcoholic, I mean, why not? Hydrate or die. Oh, I should hydrate. For deer season this year. Well, I wish you the best of luck. That was such a well time. Wait. Says she will call out both. Calls out neither. Close enough. Wait, I forgot. Hang on, I gotta, okay, I thought that the way I had my chat would work. It is not working for me. Because I also can't see, I can't see. Yeah, there we go, redeems. Tax time! Oh wait, did I leave tax time? Oh wait, no, tax time is just taxes stuff. Yes, okay, today... No, this is not all of my... Newest at the top. Oh wait, newest at the top? Okay, fine, oldest. Wait, newest at the bottom. God. Okay, well, thankfully you told me. Today's first went over to Enderazzi and Garlon. Garlon being the true first, and Enderazzi being the stream went down and it's back up. Let's go! We also have Romantic Pirate, welcome on in. We got Nick, we got Ender, Otter Chaos, Spectrums. You didn't say I'm here, but I'm calling you out anyways, because I saw the tax time. Forgot how bad her, but you misspelled good. You misspelled good. Thank you for telling me, Carlon. You're the Ender true first. I don't think I will be blocking really any text. Like, that should be like the most that I'm blocking. However, if I do end up blocking anything, the way I currently have my chat and my redeem setup is I can't really see what I'm blocking, but I can see you guys just fine. So if you could let me know, that'd be wonderful. I was here first for real, or Rookie was. No, Rookie's in Disney. Me and Rookie earlier were gushing over Stingray plushies. Viewers like you, and viewers like you, like my Patreon supporters, are one of the reasons why I can continue doing streams like this today. Thank you. Crab. Chapter 1. Earth. We're not in a mother, but we are within an egg. I don't get my 25 cents. You go get those 25 cents, Pimp Dig. You got this. Good luck. Are you licking the newborn well? Bruh. Yeah, you guys are supposed to hear lots of audio. No, I'm licking you, but you're right. I should lick the newborn well. Horrible, thank you. Why does game always do this? It's because I actually have it set up in 2 different... Oh, maybe. I would really like... Hang on, can I... If I do window, can I see my mouse again? Okay, that works. And then I will... Shoot, how do I stretch again? I know what I'm doing. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to wait. No, hang on. Okay. I won't be as active here as much as I'm right now, making something for you after your Grand Wrigley return. I look forward to it. Oh my goodness. Where is it? Edge, opera, options. Oh my god. Where is it? No, you can't tell me that the background doesn't exist. Oh, wait, it doesn't. I forgot it's actually fake. Yeah, this is a fake background. This is a fake game. I need this. Okay, this, and then I need... What do you mean? Why not? Why did it not fit? What the heck is it? Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, there, I fixed it. Alright, alright, alright. I can see my mouse now too, which is great. I really needed that. Everything is a fake game, don't you? No. No, I refuse. Animal Crossing's real. Minecraft is real. Can't tell me otherwise. Alright, you guys can hear the game. Yeah, you should be able to hear it. Yes, Pog. Alright, let's try it again. Can't hear me? Damn. It is unfortunately time for me to go to sleep. I hope you have a fun stream and hope that you don't get licked when you don't want to be. Me too. I hope that you sleep well. Thank you for being able to stop on by. Check like, I am Suki. I don't believe you. I think that you would just lick anyways. Actually, I do believe you. I do believe that you're slightly apologetic, but you would do it anyways.
Media is proud to present this educational program. Produced in conjunction with the frontier scientists, engineers, and artists of the Kronos 7 expedition. South Scrimshaw is made possible through the support of viewers like you.
And viewers like you are the reason why I can still stream today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Crunchlabby. Getting analog horror vibes from just these few seconds. I will let you guys know, if you are coming into the stream and you're a little nervous that this might be a scary game, it is not. No more than a regular documentary would be. There are instances that are gonna make you, like, jump a little bit, but it's done in a documentary style. Tired but I can't sleep yet? Well, hopefully this will actually be nice and soothing. Let me put on my more soothing vibes.
Hot sunlight shines through the veined membrane of an aquatic egg.
Mr. Kaito, welcome in.
It was once carried in deeper, cooler waters of a more northern latitude. Now it bobs freely in a subtropical shallow. The consciousness dawning inside is prodded alert in discomfort. It is a male whale calf, stirring with a newfound awareness of body. This pod has held him for 17 months, nurtured his development from a single fertilized cell.
You know, I'm actually gonna hide the mouse for you guys, though, because you don't need the mouse. I need the mouse. It's one less thing you guys have to get annoyed by. There we go. Especially since it has such beautiful art.
Now it can no longer support his life. The inflow of nutrients and oxygenated blood has ceased. A once comfortable cradle now pinches at his enlarged form. Pushed onto his own faculty, a suffocating urge to thrash wells up inside him. Yet he hesitates. A song booms from the world outside. The powerful low frequency vibrates through his whole body. With the certainty of deep imprinting, the calf knows who is calling.
Mom says it's time to get up.
It is his mother. She is on the other side.
Oh.
He must join her. The shell containing him is now only a brittle husk, swollen with waste material and straining at the seams. Clumsy first movements form the start of the calf's motor awareness. The egg is evolved to rupture open along a central seam. A few thin cartilage bands are all that retain him. One more forceful effort and he will escape.
The Corporation of Earth Media presents a Studio Mongoose production. South Scrimshaw.
Technically speaking, the whale didn't hatch from an egg. Egg is something of a misnomer. While there are known egg-laying mammals, none of them are whales.
Shoot, yeah, you're right.
This whale species has a placental connection to the mother while developing. Birthing shell is the term currently favored in scientific journals when discussing this style of external womb.
Yeah, no, that absolutely makes sense. It does have a similar style to a lot of analog horror. That's why I was like, wait, I have some people who really don't like scary stuff. Let me clarify, this isn't technically scary. It is scary, but it's not, if that makes sense. It's nature scary. Realistic scary.
The outer cartilage folds backwards, shrinking the space inside and expelling the contents outwards, creating pressure against the inner membrane until it finally pops. The calf spills out into the open ocean. The world is a rush of sensory stimulation. The newborn born is momentarily stunned limp.
Me too, after getting born.
He comes to amid a dizzying flurry of life. Plants and protists tangle and snag his every movement.
I'm going to be pointing out some of the things that they don't cover in part 1. One of the things that I want to point out is they have remembered that this is nonfiction, so a lot of the fish and stuff that you'll see here will either be Earth adjacent, or you'll have things like to the left, where, you know, it does look familiar, but it doesn't. I think once you really get on like that thin bridge between realism and fictional, it gets really cool. Is that a snail? I actually was just about to point that out. I think there's a snail right there. It looks like a, what are they called? Not the, no, I guess that'd be right. Kind of like a nitrate bonnet snail? Is that it? No, they're conch snail. Oh, the round snails. I gotta learn more about snails.
Small scavengers eagerly devour the cloud of waste. Plants unfurl and retract in almost animalistic locomotion. Foliage clings to the calf from above. He swims deeper to escape. His mother's song reassures him once again, but she is still nowhere in sight. Sponges, wharf biters, crustaceans and corals dangle from the plants like ornaments.
Plants. Tell me more about the plants.
Plant is not a misnomer. These are true plants. As with so much else in biology, the origin of plants can be traced back to the water. Albeit those early ancestors were far less complex than what we see today. As will be explained later, marine environments impose steep challenges on plants. It was once upon land freed from the burdens of an aquatic life that plants could more readily diversify and form. And it was also after that great proliferation of flowering species that some plants found it more favourable by the water and eventually returned to the seas.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. It looks like right here, that there's maybe like the seed pod? I'm really curious. Because it could either be like a seed pod or it could be something, because like we have another one that's like floating in the background over here. But they're either like seed pods, or they could be something to allure animals, or they could be something that holds animals. You can click on stuff on the screen and then the lady explains. Only if the the words, sometimes they will appear in a different color. Plant in this case had a different color. I always, whatever. Don't eat us. Take Suki, she has more gummy like I am not.
They are, in that sense, like whales.
Yeah, so this right here, the plant highlights.
Something solid grabs from below. His descent is halted. He's being lifted back towards the surface.
I love his expressions. That guy's right.
The calf breaches, filling his lungs with their first breath of air. This is the breeding ground of his species. At the year's peak, this wide expanse fills with whales. But today our calf finds the surface empty.
Any hypothesi as to, wait, is it actually, yeah, there it is. As to why the whales might not be here? Just a couple of guesses. Like, so a lot of this, like I said, because it does border so much on truth, on actual science. You can use actual science for a lot of the reasonings here. Whale hunting, that's a good one. Whales! That's pretty. All of them. Like a whale here and there.
except for a very odd clump of plants.
Man, I bet I could eat all of those plants. I mean, the whale. I mean, no, not the whale. The plants. Yeah, the plants. I said it right.
The calf does not know what to make of it.
If you guys haven't seen Scavenger's Reign, it's a TV show. I forget what platform it's on. But a lot of the plants that I'm seeing here reminds me of that. Scavenger's Reign is getting a second season, too. A lack of usable oxygen. Oh, that's a really good one. Mom is you to plants. The plant.
Equally disturbed and compelled, he stares transfixed. Plants continue to tickle his body just below the water. A resident waterbug examines him with equal skepticism. Sudden movement atop the leafy mass catches his eye.
Bird. Suki accidentally eats weed plants in the process of eating all the green and now seeing gummies everywhere. Could also be that the climate change caused the whale's internal clock and navigation to go into whack, so they either cannot find their way here, or think it's not time yet. That's a really good one. That one's a very good one. Very well thought out.
It's all too frightening for the little one.
I mean, birds scare me too.
He retreats back under the surface. His overpowering instinct is to nurse, but he cannot.
Of his mom.
His exhaustion mounts and fear seizes him. He is lost. And as if sensing his weakness, tendrils begin to grasp at him. A vine lassos his fluke. There is no escape. In a final burst of strength, the calf fights, thrashing, tearing, and uprooting his attackers. A scent of blood enters the water.
Right, okay, birds, reasonable, scary, but these plants, I could take these plants. I don't need to run. Look, if this little baby whale could kill all these plants, so can I.
His mother cries a pained song to soothe him.
Look, a bird.
The calf is hit with the sudden realization. The strange plants are not taking him away from his mother. The strange plant clod is his mother.
Whoever was thinking that the plants were the mom, you were correct. Which partially would go into why you don't see the whales here, because that doesn't really look like a whale now, does it? Doesn't really look like a whale. It also mentioned the peak of the season. As far as I'm aware, this may just not be during the peak, but I think truthfully what is probably happening is a lot of the whales similar to this mom here are blended into their surroundings in one way or another. However, they don't go into it any further than that. So for all I know, Garlon, yours or Romantic Pirate, yours could also be right. The Brillo Whale. Pistrixania silvera. Chapter 2. Anatomy.
What evidence remained of this year's Brillo breeding season has long since been swept away. This sandbar has returned to its normal, pristine state. Save for one unusual pile of rocks.
Scanning. Coil 1 charging. Coil 2 charging. Standby. Ready.
This is a stone dog.
Stone dog!
Somewhat like a hermit crab, this animal lives in a portable shelter of foreign material.
You're white? Look, this might be really hard for me to tell you this. I don't know how to tell you this. Kinda always been white. I'm sorry.
It grasps together a shell
Stone got a dog.
scavenged of debris with its long limbs, and secretes an adhesive mucus to hold it fast.
See, people got 2 wolves in them. On this planet, Rock's got a dog. The dog doing? The dog is grasping at rubble with mucus. You know.
Stone dogs mostly rely on ambushing prey from a camouflaged position.
Puffet is doing really well. So when I just really a quick side tangent. When I was talking about that I had to step away from streaming to tackle some financial stuff, one of the financial things that I started doing, because the problem that I have to have is I really have to balance to make sure that I'm not overexerting. So I have doggy walking, and I've been trying to take Puffet to go meet some of the doggies. I have another doggy that I'll meet tomorrow, and once I make sure that that doggy is all good, then I would like to have her meet more doggies, and then I can take her on all the doggy walks, and she can have more doggy friends. She's doing really good, though. She had so many zoomies. She had zoomies so much earlier that she unplugged my Wi-Fi. And then I had to double check it, and it unplugged from the wall, the button was pressed, and the Wi-Fi was unplugged. Because, like, in the wall, it's the surge detector. Oh my gosh. How can I not get away from it? She needs the dog phone. She is out cold. She actually was falling asleep on the balcony, but I brought her inside because I get loud when I stream.
Right now, this stone dog here is not the hunter, but the hunted. It is a woefully obvious attempt to hide, as the predator stalking it possesses one of the sharpest minds in the ocean.
Oh, I get loud. Did I literally say that super quietly? My sound fluctuates a lot. I have gotten better at speaking up for my mic because I know that was absolutely a problem. One, my mic was just messed up, but also I speak really quietly. Or I get really excited when I'm on stream and I'm really loud because I got my headphones on, my antennas are wiggling, you guys are chatting, I'm chatting. You what? I'm gonna bonk you. You'll get banned. Ban this chatter.
A quick check if the coast is clear. It isn't.
It isn't. You got games on your phone? No.
Our whale calf wants to play, not eat. But from the stone dog's perspective, there's little difference. Since hatching, our calf has been a healthy and energetic specimen. Despite his late birth, no complications are detectable. If anything, his cognitive ability is showing swift advancement.
Hang on, I'm sorry. This is really important. Give me a second. I was just like, oh yeah. Stone dog, what are you doing? What do you know about Minecraft? Oh no, I almost deleted my entire scene. That would have sucked. Suki would have been deleted. Suki oval or evil to Suki Kasano.
He is very fond of holding his fluke above the water surface. Scattered showers are currently moving through the area. The calf has been emerging frequently for visual inspection since the rain began. He seems very interested in the weather above.
I would be too.
The long call reminds him not to stray too far. Brillos have surprisingly keen vision above the water. The calf is quickly able to spot his mother. This is the farthest distance he has travelled from her. It is more than twice that of yesterday. Today was quite an adventure. Now, reminded of his mother, all this bravery seems to evaporate. He is suddenly anxious to be at her side. He will bring her any interesting objects discovered while exploring.
Look what I found! That's nice.
And boot it at her face.
Thank you. First Texas in the universe.
His mother is trying to rest off another bout of nausea. This play is a bit much. But these discomforts are trivial to the bond between mother and child. Our neural interface even shows a measurable relief in her symptoms during these interactions. The calf's carefree play is training for future hunts and the essential skills of survival, but it will be some time before he has to worry about earning meals on his own. His mother's long, prehensile udders reach him through the thorny bramble. The milk he nurses on is thick as yogurt.
What is that? Education. Take a sippy. I will take a sip.
Calves subsist on this fat-rich diet for 2 years, building up an insulating layer of blubber and the bands of spongy tissue for other organisms to burrow into. Here we arrive at what truly makes a Brillo whale such a remarkable specimen for study. Symbiosis of unrivaled complexity and variety. This female was initially selected for study due to her exquisitely beautiful exterior. The mammal is almost totally concealed within the undulating botanical mass. In cross-section, the distinction between whale and passenger is more visible.
Oh no, cross-section. Scanning. Coil 1 charging. Coil 2 charging. Coil 3 charging. Coil 4 charging. Coil 5 charging. I wasn't done?
Unlike the stone dog shown earlier, this is not simply an external attachment of foreign material. The Brillo whale has an intimate connection to thousands of other living creatures. The whale chooses from among a variety of partner species. And offers real estate within designated regions of its body. An inner membrane draws the line between the welcome cohabitation space and the whale's vitals.
This concept of symbiosis, I think, is one of the coolest I've seen.
This unusual arrangement raises several questions, the first of which we will address. What is the benefit of living on a whale? To help us illustrate the principle, we will be assisted by a sea bunny, or sea bun, to use its more common nickname.
And we can learn more about the sea bunny. Are you guys ready for the sea bunny? I don't think you are, but we're gonna go anyways. We got the sea
South
bun.
Scrimshaw team has received very explicit direction from our producers, and we are to unequivocally clarify to viewers that the sea bun is not a real animal.
Fake bun. Fake sea bun.
The sea bun owes its creation to the original landing party of Kronos 5. Though the specifics are lost, the most convincing story is that it was something misheard over a shoddy radio connection. As those early years recede into contemporary legend, it is important to remember that the tales of hardship told by the first landing party are not exaggerated.
The sea bunny is kind of real.
Pioneers were indeed isolated.
It basically is
for
real.
11 solar
What do
cycles.
they know?
And it was not until the conclusion of the hostilities on Earth that the current biannual
Hi,
delivery
Iris!
schedule could be planned.
How have you been? You only recently have come back. Wait, actually, wow, yeah, this it really is recent. This is like my third stream in a hot minute. I'm fighting.
The uncharted planet was a land of
No,
mysterious
yeah, I'm fighting.
fauna and unknown environmental hazards. It was a time where technology seemed to suffer inexplicable malfunctions, while repair efforts were always undermined by a constant lack of materials, tools, and manpower. The myth of the sea bun serves as caricature for the force of chaos, always at work
Abigail!
when one's back is turned.
It is Ada Shookster. Hello, welcome in, both of you.
Sea bunnies was a sort of shorthand
Me.
for, I don't know what's wrong, it could be anything, including a cryptid.
Let me just a second. Let me just stop. Hey, can I? Now this is my D&D. Oh no, don't look at my leggies. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Among our seniors who were present at the time, one likened the expression to "here be dragons" on medieval maps.
Oh, thank you
Another
so much
drew
for
a
the gifted
parallel with
sub.
Murphy's Law.
Yeah, I really did. It was quite literally like, man, I'm a streaming. I need to stream. And then I streamed. And I was like, man, I like streaming. But yeah, there was no build-up or anything. It just kind of happened. Thank you again for the gifted sub going right on over to Iris the Moth.
Somewhere along the line, either as intentional jokes or honest misunderstanding of colourful communiques, word of sea bunnies repeatedly escaped the planet in a way interpreted as fact by those off-world.
Aw. It's been 3,000 years. Yeah, it's been a while. But now I'm just picking it back up.
Compounding this
Hello.
misinformation was a popular hazing ritual where new arrivals were assigned to catch a sea bun for research, usually being given
Furbo.
a butterfly net and sent somewhere isolated and moderately dangerous. A unique culture planetside encouraged the escalation of this practice, until a few near disasters brought a legislated end to the budding tradition.
RESP 0Z42311. I know you guys already understand the gravity of this situation, and I know there isn't malice behind these sorts of pranks, so we will just skip the part where I scold you like children. But understand that I'm mostly planet-side. The brass isn't. They aren't in the position to understand how some of the FNG got sent and into a literal wild goose chase and swept away by a tide. We are all so lucky that the fishing boat that was there to pick them out of the drink. This case is getting closed without any disciplinary sanctions. It helps that the kid is being a good sport about it. Regardless, I need everyone at your outpost to consider themselves on probation. I gave some personal assurances to secure this outcome, so my neck is on the line too. Send my regards to Blank. Blank was saying the other day how we haven't seen you two for a while. Let's get some horseshoes in the in before the weather cools down. Why do I do fuck you officers? We were just sending guys to go find the sea bunny, and then suddenly one guy gets swept away, and it's a big deal. He didn't even die. It reminds me of that one skit that's like, man, okay, out of context, it's gonna sound horrible, but it's like toy banned because of 3 dumb dead kids, I think is what it's called. Being a mod for fun and for funsies. I looked at that earlier message. Do I have permission to write it as funny? Oh. Wonder if the ocean is flammable. I mean, technically.
Regular infrastructure improvements have also blunted the disgruntled sarcasm towards occasional hardship.
The first message wrote in your chat was... Wonderful. I love it. Everything is fine if you bring the sun down to it. True. Man, I really want to play more Lethal. I want to play a lot of stuff. That's what it comes down to. Taking one day at a time. Otherwise, I will overload my brain. I'll turn my brain into your Steam library. 99% of it is untouched, and you stare at the 1% going, what should I play? Yeah, anyone want to be on fire?
The sea bunny
Fire
is
bits
most
of air.
defined by Will Voynich's cartoons.
Wish I could like them.
Given how entrenched
Oh wait,
the
no!
character has
Frick.
become in the popular consciousness here, we feel it appropriate that the sea bun help guide our exploration of these oceans.
I missed one of the lines here, but again, that's why I have this. That's why I have this linked to if you do exclamation game, so you can go find the game. So if there's any parts, that was creepy. Okay, I'm getting past the screen. I don't like that noise. But yeah, you guys can go back and you can go see individually too. Leave me and my stream library out of this. You know it's true. I'm calling all of you out.
While each species has its own unique adaptation to this niche lifestyle, we can create several broad categories of benefits such evolution aims to harness.
Morning, Oliver.
Moving through water takes energy. It is far easier to travel great distance when someone else is doing the swimming. Simply hitching a ride can be greatly beneficial.
Can we make a sandwich with it? Unfortunately, we can make an imaginary sandwich. Aren't you also calling yourself out as well? Oh, absolutely. Though I have a good defense. I have a great defense, actually. Most of my Steam games are old. They're old and played, and I don't think I have ones that I paid for that aren't like mostly played. I have no good excuse.
For example, one species of crab only lives on Brillo whales every other generation and uses whale transportation to greatly expand its range.
And turkey.
Unless one is the apex predator, the threat of being eaten is an ever-present reality. If one lives as a potential meal, it is very important to be the least desirable, most difficult of meals. Finding alliance with a giant beast and living under its protection creates a very effective deterrence. It's always still possible to be eaten, but hunters now risk facing off with a leviathan. Some partnerships are more proactive. Certain shark, skates, rays and scarps have formed hunting partnership with the Brillos. They help find and catch quarry, then share in the feast. Pack hunting allows the Brillo to take down larger and different sorts of prey. The blood or waste of Brillo whales can also provide a source of nourishment. This not offered freely. Obviously, a Brillo whale cannot stand to be eaten alive. An Earth parallel is an oxpecker bird on a rhinoceros. The bird may drink a marginal amount of blood while it cleans off ticks. It's a fair trade for the rhinoceros, as the tick is the far greater threat.
Yes. Sippy, 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 sippy. Yeah, I found a snack next to me and I started eating. I'm sorry. I hope you can't hear it. If you can hear it, I will immediately stop. What is this opposite of ASMR? Because this is disgusting, what I'm hearing. I hope- oh wait, are you guys referring to the background noise here? Now I'm like, now I don't know.
So too, will a Brillo whale expend blood in a beneficial relationship?
But it was fun, okay. Yeah, the background noise, okay. I was like, oh no. I didn't think I was so loud. No, I was sitting here and there's a beef stick that I had from last night, and it was just staring at me, and I was staring at it, and it wanted to get in my mouth, and I said, "But beef stick, I'm streaming," and the beef stick. I don't. Beef stick said, "Too bad." I don't know why that was so funny to me.
Living on a Brillo has evolved into part of an organism's life cycle, and the specific conditions regulated in a Brillo's body are required for a new generation.
But beef
In some
stick,
cases,
Chan.
this goes even further.
Beef stick, senpai.
With the biology of the two species becoming so enmeshed, it is unclear
Dog.
where one ends and the
You
other
want
begins.
bite? Me want jerky
But these
sausage
instances are
delight.
rare. Our research team is very interested if these extreme cases represent a functioning system, or the pathological.
Oh, oops.
All of these riders taking in small amounts adds up to a great expense for the host.
Yeah,
This prompts the obvious next question.
I changed nothing about CC. It just decided to work again. I don't know. I really wish I knew, but I don't.
What does the whale stand to benefit from this arrangement? This is more complicated to respond to. There seems to be as many answers as there are Brillo whales, as there is spectacular variety among Brillos.
Hang on, I just realized something. It actually picks me up eating, like, really well. Like, visually. I can go... I mean, it opens my mouth here and there, but... It's weird but cool, right? I'm sorry, that just took me so off guard. I was like, oh, wow, wait, hang on. Please don't eat a sickie.
I'll think about it.
I don't know, some of you guys are cutie pies, and cutie pies are meant to be eaten. I just saw another funny mod-related fact, this time concerning Romantic Pirate. I know this is a tangent, but it's also still funny. I'm here for it. Please eat us. Wait.
Hey, Delicane! It has been a hot minute. Welcome.
For now, let us approach the answer with specific examples from this mother. The most prominent feature along her body is the wide variety of photosynthesizing organisms. But the specialized seaflora pays rent by sharing some of their sugars into her blood. When light is low, roots ferment, and alcohol is also created as a byproduct.
The buggy has been doing very good as of recently, and I hope that you have been as well. Sending you good energy.
Certain plants near her head also act as fishing lures, drawing food to her maw. While she may occasionally swim deeper, a partially plant-subsidized life has locked her within the photic zone, the upper aquatic layer where enough sunlight can sustain the leaves. Adult Brillo behavior and biology is often dramatically influenced by their symbiotic arrangement.
I have 12 timeouts, Kaido has 27. I listed as 99 plus. Wow. There should be... Hang on. Wow, would I have to count it? No, Patri was able to see it. Wait, why does it say untime out? Did you time yourself out again? Get back here! I just forced him to come back. Wait, I can't. Oh, there it is. I was like, I can't see my chat. Hey! Seeing you trying to find the timeouts and it just says untimeout.
Here we see a blood trilobite. not an invited guest.
Now they just invite themselves.
A long, needle-like proboscis pushes down and taps a vein.
Skyper was like, bro, we were going on a ride and he just vanished. Did he jump? Meanwhile, you being duct taped to a chair. Watch my stream!
Drinking in great volume and offering nothing in return, it is a true parasite.
A true stinker.
This is a job for the vellum worm.
See? Once again, worms. OP.
Vellum worms fill their stomachs by grooming Brillos of unwanted visitors.
You know, actually, even in our biosphere, inside of our, or underneath our Earth's crust, yeah. Freaking biosphere, the predator is worms. That's right, worms. It all comes back to worms. And what am I? A worm with legs. And what's more terrifying with legs? Snakes. Snakes are more terrifying with legs. Worms. Worms are also terrifying with... I'm very scary. What do you mean? Huh? Oh, biosphere. If it's something that we discovered this year, right above our magma core, there is a biosphere created by all of the cracks that are caused by the stress of the tectonic plates moving into one another. So it's a highly dynamic ecosystem. And inside of these grooves, there are bacterias and single-cell organisms and other organisms of smaller sizes there that have a wide variety of different relationships, even having something akin to basically an apartment, you could say. The things that they eat heavily rely on one another as well. So if one eats sulfur, then it might poop out nitrogen, let's say. And the other one is like, oh, I need this nitrogen. So then they eat the nitrogen and they output carbon dioxide or something, and it goes on like that. So they feed each other and they form these groups. And then there's these worms who come in and they're like, I eat you guys. So they don't need to like have an apartment system because they just go in and eat whatever. Flat hollow donut equals Earth. Yeah, basically. Oh wait, no, I see. So hollow Earth is real? Not hollow. No. But we do have a lot more life under our Earth than we thought. And with that, we also believe that it's possible for 6 other planets within our ecosystem, which we previously had deemed to not have any signs of life, to actually have a very highly probable chance of having signs of life. They could also have biospheres. We just don't know because it's deep within the planet. Everyone knows it's a dodecahedron. Guys, if I roll Earth and I get a nat 1, what happens? I'm gonna roll. Is there a way that I want you guys to see me roll. Okay, I'll just have to tell you. I'm rolling a dice. Oh wait. Roll d20. Let's go. Roll the Earth. I got an 8. I don't know what check I was meeting. But, I mean, I hope we made it. Certain type of polyhedron between 12 and 40-sided. You get a nat 1, and then Earth gets hit with a meteor. That's what happened with dinosaurs. True. You know what's really neat with the whole meteor that impacted Earth? They cannot find a single intact dinosaur bone within that the first layer of that meteor impact site.
It is currently hypothesized that vellum worms distinguish the welcome from the attackers through smell and taste. Parasites have all been found to have elevated amounts of a bile-like Brillo waste inside them.
They were probably using weighted dice and probably got screwed.
This mother Brillo also has to worry about creatures browsing her lovely plants.
They got hit by a meteor. Atomized, obliterated.
Herbivorous fish attempt frequent raids on the leafy goods. This one is alone and quite oblivious. The vellum worm packs a powerful punch for larger animals. A neurotoxin-filled barb is shot into the fish's heart. It can only manage a faint muscle spasm before the venom completes its work.
That is true. They did hit some like nat 10s for a while. It's like, what are you talking about? I see dinosaurs every day. I eat their eggs. I devour dinosaurs. Better not be talking about chickens. Chickens are like Timu dinosaurs. Send direct to shuttle. Realm, do not pass, do not collect 200.
Chicken is tasty though. Wait a minute. Oh shoot, and I have
Brillo
dino
whale
nuggies.
strategy is called a
No, okay, you're
symbiotic
right. I'm
garden.
sorry.
It is
I have
an
nothing. I don't have a
intentionally
single
calculated
foot to stand on, and I have
and a
6 of them.
precarious balance of mutual reliance. When successfully maintained, the host becomes a morass of life. It is usually defended from attack. It can sometimes acquire energy in novel ways, and occasionally it is able to invade new niche ecosystems. The universal downside experienced by all Brillos is that more complexity creates more points for failure. An adult Brillo's life is dominated by the struggle to groom a semblance of order into increasingly overgrown flanks.
Anunnakis are just dinosaurs being ground down into shaped into reversible dinosaurs. Oh god, the humanity. The dinomanity. If you want a real modern dinosaur, look up cassowaries. There is, not alligators, not crocodiles. Oh man, I always forget what it's called. Hang on.
They kind of look like you.
We need more education. Yeah, we're getting more education in here.
Man, what is it?
They're not crocodiles. They're not alligators. They're like a weird in between. Crocodile like lizard.
Oh, there's the Chinese crocodile. That's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I would imagine the cassowary is actually probably the closest that we would get.
Cayman? Yeah, the caimans. Caimans. I feel like I might have to look more into it again. Because I want to say, like, the caimans more closely. And it's closer I live is I want to say that they resemble more. But maybe not.
No, I don't know. I know we had alligators that could run. I mean, alligators can run now, but these alligators had, like, longer legs. See, everything with legs is scary. If you took an alligator and you removed its legs, is it scary? No, it's an alligator nugget. Wait, does that mean worms without legs are... Well, I guess worms without legs are regular worms, so a worm without legs would be a worm nugget. It all comes back to nuggets.
Wait, no, it wouldn't be an alligator nugget. It would be a dino nugget.
Never know... Yeah, I know the crocodile you're talking about.
Yeah, Dionysius?
Dianochus? Understanding of dinosaurs is also wrong because early reconstructions had no fat. They put skin directly over the bones. If we did that to modern animals, they would look horrifying too. Yeah, there's a lot that we're going back on. Analyzing the diets, the area, as well as evolutions based from that dinosaur has helped us get a much better idea of what they would have looked like. But things like, you know, feather color and stuff like that is still highly up for debate. And even then, there's several dinosaurs that go through revisions on how they look.
multiple times throughout a year because there's just not a clear consensus of what they agree on. I'm blending in. Dino just is a different dino. Oh, dang. Oh, I am blending in.
To a simple calf, these adult problems have yet to enter his mind. Today he has found his mother's leaves serve as fun streamers to play with. She finally scolds him. She is too unwell to tolerate any more roughhousing. He doesn't quite understand, but he has other diversions. Primarily drinking
Diana
more of her
Suchits.
milk.
Ah, I was close.
Given the complexity of Brillo anatomy, even small health problems can swiftly spiral out of control.
Makes sense, you got a bunch of things living off of you. If you get a common cold and things are actively drinking your blood and stuff, that might make it a little harder. Ah, dang it.
This female experienced complications while giving birth. There is the potential for the situation to worsen.
As some of you might have noticed when we were taking a look
A
earlier.
thorned branch has become ingrown, puncturing through both the layer of protective outer muscle and the cuticle barrier.
So this is one of those complications where it's not supposed to be that far. I had to Google because I knew what you were talking about, but I couldn't remember the name. I appreciate you, Delicane.
This had begun prior to calving, but her contractions to extend the womb also caused the plant shard to stab deeper. The spikes are now in contact with her intestines. Fortunately, there is no puncture yet. The site is inflamed and white blood cells flood the area. The immune system unmistakably identifies this as an injury.
Which is good.
We can witness her stiff reluctance to move and read a jolt in brain activity when she's jostled. It must be greatly painful. The greatest danger right now is a tear of the intestines, which would certainly be fatal. There is reason to hope. Our scans also reveal that she has recovered from a similar injury in the past. Perhaps Brillos regularly endure such ghastly wounds.
Dinosaurs are just heckin' neat. They are. I've been playing this game called Creatures of Sunaria, which technically are like a bunch of kaijus and stuff, but I just keep calling them dinos. Hi, Eternal Vibe, welcome in.
Perhaps it was the safety of the Brillo herd which afforded her enough time to convalesce. Certainly her odds of survival will be boosted greatly if she is able to make the long swim back. For now, she is still well enough to care for her newborn, though doing so must be exhausting. Judging by several physical indicators, this is most likely her first calf.
Kaiju game?
Those Brillos
Yeah, it's
who
free.
manage their gardens well can be extremely long-lived. Females can give birth as many as
It
8
plays.
times.
It's kind of similar to. I've been told it's similar to like the Isle, Path of Titans, Beasts of Bermuda, but I haven't played any of those games, so I'm not sure. I would imagine it's a much cheaper version.
If the calf survives, one day he too might also cast his genes forward, his own minute fingerprint on the future's shape.
I just now got what milt is. You dork. There was a TV episode I saw that imagined they managed the animals and creatures of the future. That one was cool. I think I know what you're talking about. Did it have a lot of sky animals or like a lot of sky creatures right off the bat?
Regardless of whatever metric of success we observers
tap
of an
out.
outside species might apply.
Good. It means that I have brought you to eepiness, and you will have the good dreams now. Have a good eep. In fact, after chapter 2, I plan on wrapping the stream up because I really think that if you actually find interest in what I have been streaming today, I highly recommend you go play it for yourself. I think the rest of the story probably doesn't fit for my streams very well, but it is fantastic, super well done.
His life will be led by the means it was forged, in the crucible of
Like
natural selection.
spiders that make giant webs to capture. I had like spiders that make giant webs to capture seeds and keep the seeds to attract mice and eat mice. Oh, a four-winged bird, giant tortoises. No, I don't think that is the one that I saw. Now, the one that I saw was like, it was supposed to be like either creatures of other planets or creatures of the future, but it was just really, I don't know, it didn't feel very well thought out, to be honest. The creatures seemed very fantasy-esque, and like they were just kind of slapping them together, but nothing seemed to work together.
But for now, a rare moment of shelter.
It was almost like they were going over the new Helldiver creatures. I remember one when I was a little kid that speculated squids. Everything? Would become a dominant species in a billion years, and they took place in primates and mammals and various. Ooh. I mean, that one also had a brain control sludge based on a species of mushroom, but yeah. I mean, not too far-fetched. Mushrooms are weird. The more I try to understand mycology, the more I understand that I don't understand mycology. The more I understand we don't understand mycology. That's funky. Mushrooms are probably actual aliens, to be honest. I would not be surprised. Like, on maybe for all we know, mushrooms could have actually just came from like a meteor. That's what really killed them. That's what actually killed the dinosaurs. It was a giant Oh, well, I guess technically it would have been a giant mushroom. Oh, no. Well, womp womp. But you know what? Let's go to some Balacho. Yeah, I'm sending you guys to a good place. All right, tomorrow we'll be doing something a little bit more, I don't know, a beat. But I really wanted to show this, and I was going to continue going with more and more, but the way that I'm currently playing, I think would be disrespectful for the rest of the story. So again, if you want to play this game, you do exclamation game. It's South Scrimshaw. Let me go back to the main menu. This is, oh, it doesn't tell you. Well, this is South Scrimshaw. Very good. It is free on Steam if you want to give it a play. And then you can also go and some of the things that you're probably screaming at me because I missed it or I didn't click on it. Now you can do it. Glad I got to catch some stream. Have a good night, Suki and chat. Yes, and I do plan on streaming again tomorrow. So if you guys are available, please feel free. Come stop by. I'm either gonna do Shadows of the Doubt, what is it? Space Warfare, Hanako's Flower Shop. There's quite a few things I can do. So I'm pretty excited. We got a full plan. Okay, let's go. This will make sense when you guys get in there. Freak out, freak out, freak out, freak out! More Suki. Yes, more Suki. And I'm gonna try maybe editing something tonight. You guys are probably you're gonna get a video. And it may not be a very good one, but it's gonna be made with lots of love. Hands up, this is Rainbow Suki Caterpillar. Alright everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. I really appreciated the fact that you guys were able to spend some of your time here with me. And again, I will be here again later this week. I'll be here all over the place. I'll probably do some streams earlier in the day / later in the day for you guys. So like, what is it? So for me, it's like 11. The other 11. Yeah, I'm helpful like that. The other 11.